Hi Taurus, it's Nick and Nala. I hope you guys are doing good. It's for all my Taurians, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men and women. We're not covering your weekly for September 12th till the 18th, as you can see below. And this week, astrologically, what's going on in the sky? Well, first we gotta mention that there's a lot of retrogrades happening. A lot of planets in retrograde, mainly the outer planets like Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, even the asteroid Chiron, but also we have Mercury that just went retrograde, right? So there's a lot of confusion, lots of things slowing down, confusing us, throwing us off. And this week in particular, there's a lot of like opposing energies, not to mention the grand Earth trine in the sky. So life feels very real right now. We feel like we have to be really realistic, really serious, or take our life seriously. And it just kind of adds on to everything. So this week specifically, on the 16th, we have Sun in Virgo. Well, the Sun in Virgo opposing Neptune, that's in retrograde in Pisces. So this is really feeling like our reality is at odds with our dreams, right? It's like what we're living through, what we're doing, how life is right now in front of us. It seems really maybe far off or just opposite to what we want in our head, or our imagination, our creativity, our dreams, our illusions, our fantasies. And it just feels kind of like, oh, I want to do this, but then my reality is telling me, no, I can't do this. I gotta be practical. I gotta be real. So it may be kind of hard. We may be feeling kind of like frustrated with ourselves, or just kind of like, I have to separate the two. I can't do both right now, but it's just a phase. It's just a transition. It'll pass. Okay. Then on the 18th, we have Mercury, that's also in retrograde in Libra, opposing Jupiter, it's also in retrograde in Aries. So Mercury, our thoughts, our communication, right? It's in Libra, relatable, understanding people, but it's in retrograde. So we're having a hard time understanding ourselves and understanding others. And everything is confusing because like we want to relate and we want to be connected to people, but it's like opposing and at odds with our experiences. Like our experiences, what Jupiter's teaching us is showing us, specifically our past experiences are showing us that we got to do things on our own. We got to be independent. We can't rely on others. We can't just, say things that are just going to make people happy and then go against ourselves. We got to take things into our own hands and realize that sometimes people will disappoint us, will not fulfill their promises, and we gotta like fight for things that we want on our own. So this energy is very problematic because it's like we're thinking, feeling one way, but then our past experiences are showing us otherwise. So it's like, what do I do? What do we do? Stuck between a heart and a rock place, whatever the saying is. Okay, all right, so we're gonna be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. And if you wanna follow me on my Instagram or TikTok, it's Nicloves with 2 eyes. All right, so yes, kind of feels like a confusing, weird kind of week. So if you're having a hard time or having trouble, it may not be entirely your fault, okay? All right, so my beautiful Taurians, when it comes to your health this week, it feels like this is a very blah week where maybe you're feeling kind of a little lazy, and it's okay, it happens to all of us, even me. I have days where I'm just like, I don't even want to get out of bed, or it's just a struggle to do the simple things. So maybe this is one of those weeks where you're just kind of like not feeling it. Usually maybe you work out, you're like, this week, I don't really want to do it. You want to do the easiest thing possible, and it's just kind of feeling you're not feeling it. It's like you're waiting for something, or you're waiting to feel good again. You're waiting to feel better about something. Maybe right now you're dealing with some like water weight, or you're feeling kind of really bloated or blah, just like I don't feel cute. And those days, right, where you're just like, I don't feel good, I don't feel cute, you just don't want to go out, you don't want to do anything. Yeah, you may be feeling like that a lot this week. And just like, I want to chill here, I just want to relax, I just want to just sit still and kind of just figure things out right now and let it subside, let it settle down, and then I'll make a move. So it's okay, we all go through those days. You just don't want to stay like that permanently, obviously, but we all need those days when we're just like not doing anything, like, and not feel guilty about it. There are all days when you just want to lay in bed and chill, and it's okay. That's okay. We're not machines, we're not robots, and if it's for your health and your mental health and your emotional health, sometimes we need those, and sometimes we need those kind of days more so than other times. Okay, all right. And then And you're also being advised to maybe stay hydrated, drink lots of water, maybe hot fluids, hot drinks, especially if you're feeling bloated or you feel like you're retaining water weight. Try to stay away from salty foods or foods with a lot of sodium, and instead of drinking cold drinks or like iced drinks, drink hot drinks like hot tea or hot water. That can really help with your digestion and just bloating. Even like ginger tea is really good for that. And my favorite one is linked below, mango ginger. You can make your own little concoction, I guess. Okay? All right, and then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, Taurus, there's celebration here. Nice. Okay, so you're going to be celebrating something, or maybe excited, happy about something. Maybe this is good news. Maybe you're working together with people that you like, you get along with. Maybe you have a similar schedule or class schedule or assignments with people that you like. Maybe you're celebrating, hearing some good news about, oh, you got this promotion, or you got accepted to this place or this school, or you scored really well on a test, on an exam, or you made a lot of sales, your submission went through, documents cleared. Like, there could be some kind of celebration. So I feel like your mood is going to be boosted because of this, or you're going to be happy or grateful that you have your job and that you're doing decent or you're doing well for yourself. So there's something you're going to be celebrating and happy about. And it could be involving other people, or like your group, your team, your business, your work, whatever this is for you. Okay, and you're being advised to enjoy it, applaud yourself and give yourself a pat on the back for any growth, any achievement, any little thing, because all those little things are moments that sometimes we, take for granted, or we don't recognize. We don't recognize the small wins, the small victories that come our way, because we're so focused on like, oh, the things that went wrong, or, our next big goal. But we got to celebrate the little things that happen. Maybe just finding money on the floor, or I don't know, getting recognized, like congratulated for a good job or something. But there is some happy news or happy celebration that maybe that's going on. Maybe you get invited to some work party or celebration, or you're reaching a milestone. It could be anything, small, little, large, but you're celebrating something, or you're gonna be happy about something. Okay, all right, good news there. And then when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side we have the Empress, Six of Swords, and the Five of Swords. All right, so some of you, of course, could have Libra, Pisces, maybe be a double Taurus. Okay, and then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. We have the World, Four of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. All right, so as far as who you could be dealing with here, it definitely could be a Libra, or another air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, or really any other sign, but I'm getting maybe one of those signs, but it doesn't have to be. It could be any sign, like I always say to you guys. It could just be the energy this person is embodying or playing out at this time, or be like a mixed match of one of those. Okay, so I'm kind of getting that this could be someone from a distance. Maybe they live in a different city, state, town, country, or there's some distance between the two of you, or maybe you met online on social media, dating apps, the internet, something like that, or they're just simply different culture, ethnicity, race, religion than you, speak a different language. One of those things. It could be, doesn't have to be though. And I feel like you guys, it works really well, but there's certain things about this person that maybe have been kind of bothering you, because you feel like you're putting in a lot of effort and communicating, and maybe you feel like you're putting in more effort and trying to make this work more so than them. It's not like they're not trying, but I almost feel like they're not recognizing how much you're doing, and they're not putting in their part. Meaning like you're both wanting the same thing, or like let's say maybe you want kids, or you're trying to create something, build something for your work or school, and you're working on yourself, and this person seems like they're on board and they're helping you. But then when you actually like need their help, they're like, oh, I can't come, or my car, like my sister's or my brother's borrowing my car, I can't come, maybe can you come to my place? And you're like, okay. And then next time, maybe they're short on money or something, and they can't do something or they can't buy something, you're like, oh, okay, that's fine, I'll buy it, or but whatever. And then it keeps adding up and you're like, wait, I'm seeing a trend here. I feel like I'm kind of getting tired of helping those who seem to be helping everyone else but themselves. But themselves. And then I feel like I gotta put in more work, and I'm over here trying to help you and trying to help us, but you're over here helping other people. And there's nothing wrong with helping, right? Giving back. But the problem is when you're overextending yourself and helping too much when you can't even help yourself. That's when you should not be doing that, right? Charity is good, but it only works if you're in a good place to give charity. And it feels like maybe this person is like overextending themselves. Maybe they're helping family, friends, all these other people, but they themselves are not helping themselves, not helping, and you feel like you're putting more, or like you want better for them than they want for themselves. And then you feel kind of like neglected, or like they're not recognizing your needs, your wants, and you are doing more than they are doing. It's like the things that they should be doing for you, they're doing for other people. And it's not that you have a problem with them helping other people, but they need to get their own life in order first. So I think that's where you get a little bit frustrated. And you know they care about you. I feel like this person does want to be with you, and it just feels like they don't communicate enough. They don't talk about things enough. And you're always having to like pull it out of them. And you're always the one trying to negotiate, trying to compromise, finding peace. Like, hey, let's talk, or I can come over, or hey, I'll text you, I'll call you. And you're always trying to work things, and you're such a loving, caring person that it's in your nature. This is just who you are. It's not hard for you. It doesn't feel like you don't have to try. This is just who you are. But by the end of this week, it just kind of feels like you start to get fed up. You start to get tired. You start to get frustrated, that it feels like you're always the one trying to resolve things. You're always trying to be the one to find peace, make things easy for them, or you're like, okay, that's fine. You find yourself saying that a lot. Okay, no problem. All right, that's fine. And after a while, you're like, no, it's not fine. I've been saying it's okay for so long, but I don't see any improvements, any changes. And they're just quiet. They maybe don't communicate, or they don't really respond. You're just like, do you hear me? Do you get it? Or am I talking to a wall? Am I talking to myself? And it's like you maybe even catch them in the act when like they said that they couldn't do something, yet they're doing it for someone else. And you're like, this is the problem. This is exactly what upsets me, because you say you can't do this, A, B, C, but then you're doing it for someone else or helping them. And it's like, when are you going to help yourself and pour into us and not other people? So it just feels like you're getting frustrated because maybe they're focusing too much on other people and not enough on you, not enough on the relationship, on the connection. And it's like the same qualities that maybe you liked about this person are now the same things that maybe are frustrating you. Funny enough, right? Like you love that they were really giving and generous and charitable and like, volunteer and give back to their community and people. But now you're like, wait, they do too much of that. They don't do it for us and for me. They're helping everyone else, but not me, not us. So it's funny how that can be sometimes, where like the same thing you like about someone could be the same thing that starts to like add friction or frustrations in the connection. So it kind of feels like something like that could be happening here. But let's continue on and extend it to get more information, see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice, okay? So we'll continue on and extend it. The link will be below. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care. Bye.